such a weird situation, honestly. A lot of frustration during the whole thing, I think, out of everybody, of all the players. But it's behind us now, you know? Now we're excited to be out there, and we're good for the next 5 years, and we'll see what happens year 5.
I know you hit a lot during the offseason. Did this affect what you would normally be doing?
Yes and no. It affected just like getting into camp and having the timing and, you know, getting back in the rhythm thing. I mean, you could train as much as you want in the off season, but coming out here and standing and running around, shagging balls, throwing, you know, just being on your feet on a baseball field, it's hard to replicate that.
JD, what's your thought about the universal DH and how it might impact you, you know, going forward in terms of extending your career potentially?
I'm excited about it. I like it. I think it's good for baseball all the way around. I've been saying it. Obviously, I'm biased to it, but I've been saying it. I think there's a common always like, oh, well, this guy hit 130 RBIs. Oh, well, he's in the AL, so he's supposed to. Oh, well, this guy did that. Oh, well, he's in, you know, this league. And I think now it's going to kind of play in the level the playing field. I think for pitchers, hitters, everyone. Now you'll be able to just the word I'm looking for here. Judge a pitcher, judge a hitter strictly off their numbers and not by the league they're playing in, which I think is good for baseball all the way around. And it's going to give the game more offense. You're not just going to have that dead spot in the game.
If you had known that back in early November, that it was a certainty, might that have impacted your decision on whether to opt out or not?
I don't think so. I don't think so. I think I made the right decision, personally. And I'm excited to be here. I mean, I think this team has a chance to win again, and that's what I want to do. I want to win. Like you said, you know, I'm starting to go towards, you know, the later on in my career, and trying to win the most is the most fun.
Is that the main reason that you did opt back in, just because of the situation here? With
Yeah, I think it just kind of aligned both, you know. I mean, situation here, the uncertainty of what was going on out there. I felt like it was an easy decision.
You made that same call 3 times now. It's safe to say that you feel like, you know, this is really home. And
Yeah, I
you
mean,
want an organization.
I've loved it here the whole time, you know. I've expressed my feelings towards the front office. I've told them. I've told Chaim, told Alex. I love the group here. I love the personnel, everyone, the coaching staff. I get along great with everybody. I think it's a first-class organization. You know, I think I've been a part of some pretty good organizations, you know, with Detroit and Arizona. But this takes the cake, you know. It's the Red Sox. It's fun to be here.
JD, why do you think Boston's been such a good fit for you?
The passion. I think it's hard. I talk about it all the time with my friends and family. It's like when I first came here, everybody's like, "Are you gonna be able to handle it?" The media, the fans, and everything. I was like, "Dude, there's nobody harder on myself than me." So they're telling me, they're writing how bad I am, and I'm at home pissed off because of how bad I am. You know, trying to figure out ways to work. So I think the passion of the fans and, you know, the media and the demand kind of meets me, fits my personality well.
But do you really feed off that? I mean, some guys could. I don't need that. You know.
I don't know. For me, I've always been like a perfectionist. I've always wanted to be the best, and, you know, I had a taste of failure early on in my career. And, you know, with getting released and everything, and I think it's always put that sour taste in my mouth. And I've never wanted to feel like that again. I've always held that, you know, deep in my heart.
you guys, they made some changes with the hitting staff. How do you feel about that? You obviously had a lot of success when Tim was here.
Yeah, you know, Tim was great. You know, I loved him. I think he was a really good hitting coach for us. You know, obviously he chose something better for his family and what he believes, and, you know, I respect whatever he does, and I love him still to today just as much as when he was here. The new guys, I haven't been able to work with them or talk to them really. I talked to Ortiz today for the first time, and I'm still waiting to meet our other new guy. And, you know, Pete. Pete's been up and down the block with me, running in the tunnels from Baltimore, running everywhere. It's been me and him for the last 2 years, so we're familiar with each other and we get along great.
JD, I think it was a couple of years ago, you were talking about how before the season you usually can tell which teams are going to be playoff teams. Now there's an extra playoff team, there's the buys. How do you kind of look at
I think it's good. I think that was kind of the whole thing with the union was to try to get teams to be more competitive and get, like more teams in the playoffs. I think would have teams go out there and say, you know what, we don't have to win 100 games anymore, 95 games to make the playoffs. We can get in there a little bit. Maybe we go out and, get those other players. And I think it's going to be more exciting for the sport, and I think you're going to have more teams that are going to be competitive and trying to go after it instead of the opposite of kind of what it was, is you've had your 2-3 teams that you knew who were going to be in the playoffs and the other ones you don't. So, I mean, if you look at us last year, everybody wrote us off. And we went to the ALCS. So you never know. Baseball's it's fun like that.
Yeah, obviously you'll have a lot of decisions to make this next offseason. How much would you like to stay in Boston
Yeah.
for the long term, even after this contract?
I would love it. If, like I said, I've expressed where I stand with the team and, how I would love to finish my career here. But that's not up to me, really. So.
How surprised are you that all those opt-outs came and went, you put up great numbers and never had the opportunity to exercise?
Yeah. I mean, it's one of those things. It kind of is what it is. I don't know how to say it. It's unique that it happened that way, but here we are.
Is there any part of you that worries that now the NL has a DH that you could conceivably be a trade candidate even?
Oh, yeah. No, I knew that was every year I feel like I could be, just because my opt-outs, be a trade candidate. So this year especially, with the NL and it being my last year.
See, Nelson Cruz, 42, 43, whatever he is.
He's a beast. He's an animal.
Signing the contract he did today. I mean, how much does that inspire you to come to?
I tell him every time I see him, I said, Nelson, you're my hero. He starts laughing. He goes, why? I was like, I don't know how you do it, man. It's unbelievable. I mean, the guys throw harder, and Nelson just gets older and keeps hitting. He's unbelievable. So, yeah, I mean, if that's the case, thank God. But those guys are outliers,
JD, do you like it enough to play that long? Would you want to?
I don't know. I mean, it's tough. It's tough. It's tough on your body. It's tough on your time. One thing you can never get back in life is time. And so it's one of those things where, I would love to stick around. Obviously, I'm not ready yet, but to play to my 40s, it's kind of wild. Everyone loves to talk about Tom Brady, and he's the best, and he's a GOAT, but what Nelson's doing right now is, I think, very impressive, too.
Spring training is often the time when teams look to maybe extend guys who are going into their final year. Would you welcome that talk this month? Would you like some certainty about your future going forward, or are you okay kind of playing it out and seeing what happens after the season?
Yeah, either or. I'm fine either or. My mindset is I'm going to be a free agent. That's the only thing I could do. I mean, it's not going to change the way I prepare or anything. Whether I was a free agent or whether I had another 5 years left on my contract, it doesn't do anything. I've never viewed it like that. It's just added pressure for no reason. So, I mean, would we welcome it? Yeah, I've always welcomed it. My door's open. The phone's always been open. But, I think once the season starts, it's one of those things where I'm going to be locked in,
You want to be distracted.
Yeah.
Could you see having Scott approach them, or is that no, we'll wait and see if they come to us?
Yeah, I don't know. That's a Scott question. That's what I pay him for him to do all that stuff. So, to me, I'm focused about playing baseball, and having the best year I could possibly have.
Alex has compared Cassis a little bit to you, just with the work ethic. How much do you look forward to just getting? I know you already know him, but just getting to know him a little bit more and
Yeah.
watching the way he goes about it.
No, for sure. I've seen him a couple times, and he works hard. He's got so much potential. He's got a great body. He's got a great swing. He's, you could see him up here, sooner than you think. And his work ethic is there. To me, that's everything. If you look at every great player, look at all the guys in here. Everybody works hard. They're not just talent driven. That's it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Do it again tomorrow?
Yeah,
It'll be like a daily thing now.
You are gonna have to do it again tomorrow with Johnny. So.
You guys are gonna get me.
Yeah, but you'll do it one-on-one with John.
Yeah.
We'll be the reason why you leave.